Yeah, be prepared. Start thinking about it before it starts thinking about you. Start talking to other people, understand that it's going to come, and try and be prepared. I've retired 3 times, so before Sydney Olympics. So it would have been in 1999, no, probably 2000 after I qualified for Sydney. I was thinking about life after Sydney. So yeah, and I've done that again after Athens, and now I've done it again after Beijing. Absolutely, absolutely, yep. It was, I can't actually remember what it was, but it was recently when the Judo Federation have changed their selection policy. When was it? 4 months ago. The International Judo Federation have changed their selection policy. It is unbelievably difficult now to get to the Olympics. It is almost near impossible if you live outside of Europe. It will be changed because it won't work. It goes over 4 years. One injury in the 4 years renders you out. One injury. It's like a tennis. It's like tennis ranking over 4 years. So it was then that I looked at it and I thought, there is no way that I'm going to invest that amount of my time again and spend 3 years in Europe trying to qualify for Olympics when I could be walking down the street, trip over, break my foot, and it's all over. So it really hit. So it was a bit out of my control. I was always toying with the idea that I might have a go again because the qualification through Oceania was not as difficult. But I think the penny dropped then, and it was time to move on. And if it hadn't have been for the selection criteria, I think I would have ended up making the decision, but probably much later. It was an easy decision. It was an easy decision to make. It's been a difficult transition. There's only one thing I'd do differently. I wouldn't go to Italy 12 weeks before the Beijing Olympics and break my foot. Everything else I'd do the same. If I could take anything away, I wouldn't have gone to Italy. I know how to deal with adversity. I understand adversity, and I know I can get through adversity. It is hard. I know it's hard, but I know I will get through. I have complete faith that I can get through because I've done it before, and I'll take that away with me. I'll also take away, and whilst I, probably need to do it now, is that goal setting is so important for you to be able to just move on with something that's purposeful. I will also take away that those years were probably some of the most formative years of my life, in that nothing I've done since then has actually ever seemed as hard, and I'm yet to go through this transition properly. So it has given me a benchmark or a perspective that I will be forever grateful for. Forever grateful, because I'll just think back in retrospect, how hard was it that day when you smashed your foot in Italy and no one could speak English, and then you had to get on a plane, come home and face up to this. I've got confusion. I mean, I'm really sad. I'm sad. I'm a bit lost. I feel a bit lost. Apprehensive, a bit anxious about what the future looks like. There's a relief too. There's a big relief to know that I don't have to put myself through that anymore. But there's a sadness that I won't have to put myself through that anymore. There's a bit of joy in that I know I've made the decision, and that's been really difficult. And there's also some, I've got a little bit of excitement because I know that the future is going to be really exciting, but I've got trepidation as well because I don't know what it looks like. So I'm just trying to balance everything, and hopefully the balance will start to tip towards excitement and knowing where we're going to head and what that looks like. My biggest concern is, how do I function as a normal individual in this world? One. The other one is, what if I don't get fulfilled? What if I can't find something that's going to challenge me and fulfill me like the last 30 years have? What if this is all it is, and this is as good as it gets? I've still got 40 years of it to go, and it's, that's painful to think. Yeah, they're the questions that are running through my mind. Can I actually function in normal society? It's like I've come out of jail. Can I actually function in normal society properly? And can I have stimulating relationships? And can I create a stimulating working environment? Can I create a stimulating home environment that satisfies me as much as what the last 30 years have? Will I become a different person? Obviously. And what will that look like? So there's a few questions. Well, ACE has assisted me with my transition. I can't really remember the advice that you've given me, but what you've actually done is given me tasks and just helped me along the journey. My partner's helped me with the transition. I was very aware that a lot of relationships break down after Olympic Games, and I thought we'd probably be no different, but he's actually readjusted and helped me readjust. My wonderful training partner over there, he has also helped me because he sits there and listens and he talks. He squashes any irrational thoughts I have, and I have heaps of irrational thoughts about all of this. So I don't think I've actually really got any solid advice, except my coach, who was supposed to retire after Athens. She kept going to Beijing, and I did ask her, and I said, "What happened? Why did you keep going?" She goes, "Because I failed to plan for it." So I've taken that advice and I started to build a plan together, and I started to get my head around it before Beijing. How good the plan is, how good it was, is up for argument. Probably not so good, but at least I started. You know what? I am intentionally going through the grief process. I know I have to do it. So I am intentionally letting myself go through the grief process. I've now opened up a lot to the people I trust, and that's helped me a lot. I will sit down very soon and rewrite my goals. I've identified that I need to do that, and I will continue to seek information about the best way to do this. So this is probably the most unstructured and unplanned I've ever been in my whole life. Take it one day at a time. I don't know. I don't have a plan right now. I will probably have kids and I'll become a mother, but I'm not sure that it'll fill the void. I don't think anything can fill this void. I think it has to be. Pigeonholed or registered as an experience and a memory. I don't think I'm going to ever be able to plug it up with anything, because everything that I have from here on in will be a different experience. So I have to learn how to readjust my life and how to grieve through that process and change the way that I think about the transition and my career. I really believe that I will not be able to find anything to fill the void. It'll just be something different, and it might be a distraction, or it might be just something that I'm doing, extra, which just fills in some time that I don't think about the void. But my aim is not for it not to feel like a void. My aim is for it to feel like just a magnificent experience, a magnificent memory.